Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'd like to do on this magical morning is to go through a book, and the book that we've selected for today's episode is entitled The Anatomy of Peace: Resolving the Heart of Conflict, a book that was published on the 28th of July 2006 by the Arbinger Institute. And this book succinctly presents a profound exploration of conflict resolution and personal transformation. This book uses a particular narrative format to convey its principles, focusing on the need to address the underlying attitudes that fuel most conflicts. So the first key message to come from this book is where we look at the heart of conflict, and the authors emphasize that true conflict arises from the heart rather than external circumstances. It is our mindset and the way we think and the way we perceive others that create and perpetuate conflict, is the key message. Understanding and addressing our own attitudes is essential for resolving the different disputes that may arise in our lives. The author here talks about self-justification, and a central theme in the book is the concept of self-justification, where individuals view themselves as victims and others as adversaries. This black and white thinking mindset leads to a cycle of blame and defensiveness, and it is critical, absolutely critical, to break this cycle. And breaking this cycle requires a dramatic shift in one's perspective and an acknowledgement of our own role in conflicts. So looking at yourself and understanding that many of the conflicts that we are involved with, we are an important source of that conflict. Most of the problems that occur in our lives are because of us. So it's important to use that agency and to see yourself as being capable of resolving the conflict by changing the way you see things, changing the way you view things, changing the way you interpret things, is in and of itself a powerful message. The authors here talk about the importance of seeing others as people, being respectful of others and seeing them as people. The book stresses the importance of recognizing the humanity in others. When we see others as mere obstacles or objects, we dehumanize them, which fuels conflict, makes conflict easier. By seeing others as people with their own needs, their own desires, their own struggles, we can foster empathy and better understanding. We also go on to learn about the choice of perspective. Readers are encouraged to consciously choose their perspective in conflicts. Instead of adopting a mindset of blame, individuals can choose to adopt a heart at peace approach, which focuses on collaboration, cooperation, understanding, and mutual respect. We must never underestimate the power of empathy, and empathy is highlighted as a crucial tool for conflict resolution. By putting ourselves in others' shoes and striving to understand their feelings and motivations, we can facilitate communication and build bridges and connections, ultimately leading to more fruitful discussions and hopefully productive resolution. The responsibility for change is another thing that is discussed in this book. The authors assert that individuals must take responsibility for their own attitudes and actions rather than waiting for others to change. Acknowledging our own contributions to conflict empowers us and gives us agency to initiate change and create more positive interactions. Because at the end of the day, we need to create a culture of peace. The book discusses the importance of cultivating a culture of peace within organizations, communities, and families. This involves fostering an environment where open dialogue, mutual respect, and empathy are prioritized, allowing conflicts to resolve constructively. Because it's through dialogue, it's through talking and engaging that solutions abound. Effective communication is essential for resolving conflict. The authors advocate for open dialogue that encourages honest expressions of feelings and thoughts. This dialogue should be approached with the intent to understand rather than to persuade or win an argument. That's really important. And the impact of attitude on behavior is really important. The relationship between attitudes and behaviors is one of the key insights from this book. When individuals adopt a mindset of peace and understanding, their actions naturally reflect that attitude, leading to more constructive interactions and conflict resolutions. And the last key message to come from the book is the transformative change. The authors emphasize that true change only comes from within. By transforming our own hearts and minds, we can influence the hearts and minds of others around us. This transformative change is necessary for resolving conflicts, not just in individual relationships, but on a larger scale in society. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club, where we've taken a wonderful, beautiful journey today in this peaceful, tranquil location where we've talked about the anatomy of peace. Peace be unto everybody, and wishing everybody a wonderful day.